You're back. I have several base. I've also got two much more expensive implants. The other implant. One other thing I forgot to mention. The healthier you are. You're back. If I implant the problem, it's not quite.
Hey there. sight of your own blood? Ah!
Morning.
Not now, I'm busy.
Hello.
Morning.
Hello. I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans? That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar. I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre, and sometimes I worry that's poisoned his mind. Nothing. Forget about it. I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just... Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and... Until next time.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub? You want to hear the story of the great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory. In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down. Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations. You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people. Farewell.
Greetings in the name of Kaiser. They're a tribe of fine warriors with many proud traditions and a glorious history. My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the... in exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas. I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR.
Morning.
Listen very closely and do as I say. Your life depends on it. Hand over everything you're carrying. Weapons, ammo, clothes, armor, everything. I've told you what to do. Strip off your clothes and equipment or face summary execution. Will you comply? Take it all off and hand it to me. Then come inside and through the door at the rear.
How the hell did you get in here? Normally, I would have already shot you, but I'm under orders to bring you to the Elder. Okay. I'll take you to him. Follow me, closely, or you'll be shot.
How did you find us, stranger? And do tell the truth. You took an extreme risk in coming here. My policy towards trespassers has not been lenient. The security of this bunker is my foremost concern, and I take pains to minimize our exposure topside. For this reason, I might be interested in contracting with an outsider who can accomplish certain tasks. Some basic, some a bit more involved. An NCR ranger has begun to set up post in one of the other bunkers up top, for example. I want him driven off. Understood? Yes, we could kill him easily enough. But sometimes you can learn a great deal by observing people, both enemies and friends. Which is why it will be very interesting to observe how you choose to deal with the situation, and decide which you are, enemy or friend. Do we understand one another? Very well. I'll be interested to see how thoroughly and efficiently you carry out your mission. Paladin Ramos will escort you back to the bunker's entrance and set you loose. Notice that I said loose, not free. You are not free to carry the secret of this bunker's location beyond Hidden Valley, until I'm convinced that you're capable and dependable. To underscore this point, you'll be fitted with an explosive collar. Wander off and it will detonate.
You'll find your equipment in the chest to your right. Don't bother coming back until you've dealt with the ranger.
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder ganger? Ha! Got some stones on you, son. I like that. What can I do for you? Dobson's my name. I'm an NCR ranger operating out of Camp McCarran north of here. Reading man by birth, though. Well, I thought I might set up a safe house in one of the bunkers here. Between the remote location and the dust storms, I figured it was ideal. Of course, seems a lot less remote since you showed up. Plus, I haven't been able to get my radio working, and a safe house is no good without one. I reckon I'll stick around a while, patrol for troublemakers, see if I can get that radio working. Standard practice. Rangers operate on our own most of the time, and that's how we like it. Usually we call in our positions to McCarran to be... I'm sure as hell not gonna lose any sleep on account of a goddamn broken down radio. Oh, and in your expert opinion, why would that be? You've seen that with your own two eyes? God damn. I knew Cook's gang passed through these parts about that frequently, but I didn't know they holed up here. Be a rude awakening to find 15 of those merciless bastards looking down at me snoozing on my bedroll. Yep, I'd be better off setting up an ambush along one of their routes to catch.
Stand back from the door.
How did you resolve the situation with the Ranger? Gone. Why did he leave? And what makes you think he won't be back? Yes, you exploited his fear of powder gangers very effectively. He'll keep his distance, setting ambushes, never suspecting that these bunkers house something far more dangerous. Since you completed your assigned task, I will allow you to come and go from the bunker freely. There, that's better, I hope. Now that we have that bit of unpleasant, stop by the command room when you can. Oh, and bear in mind, if you end up betraying us, we will... When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of... However, I will not force you to help us. What do you say, outsider? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them. I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each have... The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have... You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully...
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years, and those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, which is why we're having this conversation. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, if I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have... That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, report anything you find to me.
How may I sit?
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell? It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up. I could use some assistance, sure, but... Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data. I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll... While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal... You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in one... Locating the virus would probably be nearly Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish. But we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data patterns. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll... Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a... To maximize your chances, wait. The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went. Two. Seconds. Evening. Damn, it's jumped. I thought we might have had it that time. Did you want to try isolating? The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Seconds. Hello, outside. Damn. Did you want to try isolating? The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to. Seconds. That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged. You actually did it. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. I'm only allowed to give you Oh, all kinds of things. There was already information. Prior to the lockdown, we had extensively scouted the surrounding area and compiled dossiers on nearby points of interest. I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again. Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security. You might have better luck with another member of the... Hello again, my friend.
Hey. Hello?
Hello, you must be the outsider everyone's talking about. I'm Linda Schuller. This? Hello, can I help you? Another satisfied customer. Yes, I handle all Normally I'd just be the basis. I'm this bunker's head scribe and everything but name. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her. Oh, I tried. The Elder listened patiently to my carefully constructed argument regarding why the buffoon... Then he just as patiently explained to me that Taggart's work was vital to our cause. And then But vital to our cause? We have equipment here to treat most physical injuries. You may have noticed the bark scorpions up above. Though tiny, their venom packs quite a punch. I can also treat any form of radiation. Bye.
Will Sir be staying for any